Hey everybody, it's Jim Hagemeyer with Leslie Wells Realty, and across the table from me is my friend
Realtor Tom.
Tom. We got to meet today. This is going to be a good one.
Hey.
We're going to talk about our favorite subject once again, food.
Oh.
And we have, today we have the Amaris brothers, okay, George and our good friend Andy with Popey's Restaurants right here in town. Locally acclaimed. Good morning, gentlemen. Thanks for being here.
Good morning.
It's our pleasure.
Good time.
Thank you for having us.
Good time. Well, listen, you've been successful collectively, but also individually with all the restaurants. How many Popey's restaurants are there locally?
George, I'm going to let you answer that question.
Locally, so we have 2 in the Palmetto area. We have our other Popey's in Ellington. We have the one on Manatee, so that's 4. And then we have the one in Sarasota. So we have a total of 5 Popey's Place restaurants right now. And then my brother Andy here runs the Shake Station restaurant as well. So,
Yeah.
It's one of one.
One of one. That's enough. Tell us a little bit about the history of your folks, the American dream, so to speak. How did that come about? I've heard the story before, and it's a great one.
yeah, well, I guess I can continue with this one as well.
He's got me by 2 years.
Okay.
Yeah. So my parents both immigrated from Greece. My dad was in the Navy, and he was stationed on the small island of Leros in Greece. And he pursued my mother there, where they fell in love. They got married. Next thing I know, he decided he was going to move and chase the American dream. Married my mother. They came to the States. They immigrated here, and that was in 1971, I believe. They came to Cleveland, Ohio, where they worked for the Brown Derby restaurants at that time. They got transferred to a Brown Derby restaurant here in Florida, and from that point on, everything just kind of took place. They opened up the Grapevine restaurants. My dad and his 4 brothers, did the Grapevine restaurants well into the 80s. And then they decided to kind of split amongst the brothers and open up their own restaurants. That's when Popey's Place kind of took shape, and it started in 1980 or 1981. And
No, I think it was 1983.
1983.
Because prior
yeah.
to that, they opened up Moorings, the 7 Seas.
Correct.
And then the Old Town Cafe,
Right.
which is there on 41 and Cortez and Braden.
Oh, yeah.
And then that evolved to Popey's Place in
That's
1983.
So it's just the typical American dream. They came here, they worked hard, they started at the bottom of these restaurants, cooking, washing dishes, and working their way up. They learned the business and decided to take matters into their own hands and open up their own restaurants. So put us all through school, put us through college. We all came back and decided to expand and get involved in the business, and here we are today. So
I was telling you earlier that I used to work down on Main Street West here in Bradenton, right in front of the ballpark, and it was my daily deal, lunch or breakfast at the Popey's restaurants. Again, this was in the 80s, and so this is kind of warm to me.
You probably saw the 2 of us in the back washing dishes.
I'm sure I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt
standing
it.
on milk crates because we were like 8 years old. Yeah.
But that is where I learned the correct pronunciation of hero. Okay, the sandwich.
So gyro. People say gyro, but
Yes,
gyro.
Yeah,
It's a Gyro sandwich. Yep.
Yeah,
It's like Yeero.
Yeah. So that's why I learned that. That was the early education.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So and I can tell you that I love the Greek food, the Mediterranean. But tell us some of the family recipes, the secret recipes that have been passed down through generations. Tom, I promise, man, we won't tell anybody. Yeah.
The one that I think that my mom's most proud of is her Greek dressing. So, which she's trying to get that going nationally, I think, in some supermarkets, which it's already in Detweiler's and, the local Publix and stuff like that.
Really?
Yeah.
I've seen it. And in fact, I have a jar in my pantry right now.
Bet you do.
I do.
So people tell us it's liquid gold. My mom is very proud of it. So she, my wife, and my brother Michael are really taking the bull by the horns on getting it bottled. So we're with a bottling company right now, and another lady that's taking it nationally, trying to push it. And get it exposed and get it out, everywhere. So my mom has really been pursuing it. It's been her lifelong dream, and it looks like it's coming to fruition here in the near future.
Well
So,
deserved.
yeah.
Let her know I actually marinate my chicken in that.
Yes, marinate your chicken, your steak, your fish. It's a good salad dressing, and people love it. It flies off the shelves. So, and in addition to that, I mean, any secret recipes? I mean, we just really pride ourselves, and my parents have really prided themselves on the fact that everything is, for the most part, cooked from scratch. It's home cooking. It's got that personal touch. And that's just what we've been known for, and that's what we've done. That's how my parents started, and we've pretty much maintained that throughout the years. So,
But I think they're just recipes that my mom created, maybe
Sure.
her mom, my grandma back in Greece. And I mean, that's what we were raised on around the dining room table growing up. Moussaka, pasticcio, normade, stuff like
that
that.
stuff our grandma, our yaya in Greece, probably
what I'm
taught our mom,
That's
and
what-
my
yeah,
mom
that's
is
what I
now
said,
serving
so-
it to people.
Yeah, so that
You know.
now we just, that's what she knows. So she brought it into the restaurants and,
Yeah.
and just create. And it's hard because that kind of cooking is not easy. You know what I mean? Especially in this day and age where everything is ready to go. She's preparing this still the same way, from scratch and selling it to the
Well, 3, 4 in the morning to have it ready for.
Well, I
the
was just
day.
going to say
It's
that.
not easy.
They're still the first ones in and probably the last ones out, right? Especially
Well,
the one
it's
here in
kind of evolved over the
Yeah.
years, and we've gotten some really good help. So they've been able to kind of take a little bit of stress off of my parents. But yeah, for the most part, she's in there early in the morning, and she puts us to shame when it comes to
Yeah.
work. I must
Yeah.
admit.
Yeah,
So-
yeah. Tom, we could probably go there right now. She's there.
Oh, she's
Oh,
there.
yeah, yeah.
Every time we
Or if she's
complain,
not there, she's doing a big catering.
or every time we complain it's over, just think of Popey.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
So also, yeah, so I wanted to mention the catering aspect too of the business, okay? And you guys do that as well. And I've been to some events where you all do the catering, and I'm impressed by the orchestration and preparation of that. Speak about that a little bit. I mean, because it's not like, again, first one's in, last one's out.
Yeah.
Typically the caterers, right?
Yeah, I'm not a part of that.
Okay.
George's wife, my brother Mike, and my mom are all the ones that are, taking that to another level and, dedicating their time every day.
Yeah.
But
Is that a certain menu, certain
It's-
choices?
George, I'll let you touch up
Yeah,
on that.
I see it firsthand with my wife. My wife, from sitting at the counter, at the kitchen table, booking parties,
Tastings.
doing tastings, talking to, while it's wedding, so talking to future brides. And yeah, it's different menus on any given night, and we have an extensive menu that we can cater to, and it's anything from Greek food to American cuisine to pasta to they've done Chinese, and they've done all kinds of stuff. So yeah, that aspect of our business has really taken off, and it's an art for them to kind of juggle that and prepare the food in the kitchen while the restaurant's running, with the same staff, serving the people that are sitting out on the floor trying to get their breakfast and their lunch and their dinner, and at the same time preparing for a 300-400 person wedding.
That's what's impressive.
My mom and her staff and my brother Michael and my wife have it down to a T,
Yep.
and my dad loves every minute of it, let me tell you.
Never, yeah. Never had a bad meal.
Yeah.
But then we go from that aspect to the Shake Station, which is your baby, right? Andy?
Yeah, that's my baby.
And I want to say congratulations on the Manatee Small Business of the Year for 2021.
Thank you.
Yeah. So what inspired you to do that? And basically it's shakes and burgers for the most part.
Yeah, it's a simple
Yeah.
concept.
Yeah.
Fast casual. What inspired me? I was part of the Popey's, business there, and I had the one out in Lakewood Ranch, and this property came up for sale. That it was the Big L restaurant, and I was eyeing that property for the longest time, and they were in business for like 50 years. So anyway, it attracted me, and we ended up closing the deal. And I was going to do something kind of simple like breakfast and lunch, but then again I didn't want to compete against my mom right down the street. So my father-in-law, who is in Frostproof, yeah,
We always said if it's not him, it's going to be someone else.
That-
so it
that's
might
the
as
whole
well be
thing.
him, right? Yeah.
just corner that little block right over there. But my father-in-law and my brother-in-laws, they have a restaurant called Frostbite in Frostproof, which is a similar concept. And you know, they kind of introduced it to me, and you know, I was inspired by it, by the numbers they were doing and the volume and the turnover, and you know, just a different concept. And I was like, you know what do I have to lose? You know, let's just give it a shot and see what happens, you know. And I did, and it took off from day one, and it's been nothing but a
So
successful.
it kind of has a 50s feel to it, though.
Yeah.
Right? Kind of a throwback feel.
Yeah, it's very vintage.
I love the car shows you do there.
We do the car shows every second Sunday of the month from 11 to 2. It's pretty cool. We just had one recently this past weekend, and we
Over
got
there?
130 cars,
Yeah.
which was really cool. It was a big one. And yeah, it's been nothing but a blessing to me, to my family. A lot of hard work.
To the
Amazing
community, too.
staff.
The community loves it. It's-
Yeah, the community really supports us and loves it. It's it's different, and it's cool.
Yep.
So
proud of
speaking of you and community, I keep hearing about the shakes. Let's see, donating shakes to first responders during the pandemic.
Yep.
How did that happen? What brought you to that?
That was just a spontaneous move by me.
Some of the best ones are that way, right?
Yeah, it was just a quick, you know, reaction to what was going on in the world, and you know, everything shutting down. And then, you know, the essential, you know, workers and first responders started taking, you know, front and everything that was happening. And I was like, what can we do to help, you know, and bring back the morale of everybody, of the community and everything, and just show them our appreciation. So we were open and running. We had the deck patio out front. We had to close the inside up, and I just started making milkshakes. You know, 5 here, 10 there, whatever. I was delivering them to, you know, the veterinarians, teachers, whatever the case may be, you know, the firefighters. And then all of a sudden, 10 became 20 and 30 and 40 and 1,000 a day. And we just started donating, and people started calling from all over California, New York, you know, buying milkshakes, having them donated. So here I am just pumping, you know, 1,000 milkshakes a day. Then my team came, and we just, I don't know, it just started going.
So you have people from other parts of the country calling you, buying them, right? And
yeah,
then
buying them
and then donating
and
them
then
to
donating them to Manatee Memorial Hospital, Sarasota.
Wow, what a
I mean, I was going all the way to Orlando, and you know,
Unbelievable.
I would load up my little Volkswagen Golf with these cool coolers that I got from Germany to keep these milkshakes frozen for like up to 8 hours. And I would just drive every day. And then when my day was done, I would come back and I would write a story, tag everybody that donated so they can get their, you know, flowers too. And it was just a pretty cool 8-month deal
Yeah.
with a lot of stress and anxiety involved.
Yeah, well, a lot of the folks in the hospitality business just shut down totally. Okay, and unemployment happened.
Absolutely.
And things that we've never thought about happened.
Yeah.
Okay, you were right in the middle of it and took the bull by the horn, so to speak, and
Yeah.
and were able to help.
Just
So-
trying to spread some love to everybody, you know, keep it positive. Those little milkshakes, I mean, it's not a milkshake's a milkshake, but it was just the point. you
No,
know?
but I've had your milkshakes. Okay.
Yeah.
It's not like
Just a milkshake.
Yeah, it's not just a milkshake.
So-
Okay.
And it just, you know, when I delivered them, they were, you know, I would surprise them. You know, it would took a little, you know, stance on social media there, and I would surprise them. And, you know, when they saw me, you know, they nicknamed me the milkshake guy. So it would bring so many smiles to them and a little bit of happiness there, and the things that they were going through at that time.
Get a little morale boost.
Yeah. So it was pretty cool.
Yeah,
And I met a lot of interesting, nice people.
I bet you did.
Yeah.
I bet you did.
I got that.
Sounds like he needs a milkshake food truck.
There you go.
Yeah.
Opportunity.
Yeah.
There you go.
Opportunity. So yeah, well, actually, speaking of that, what's the future of Popey's restaurants in general? I know that you're doing some franchising now, but what else is on the horizon? What do you see that's going to
The
happen?
kids are growing up.
Is that-
I have a daughter in college. She's a PA student. I have 2 boys currently in college as well. One of which is in the restaurants right now, learning the tricks to the trade. So who knows? You know, maybe there's another generation, and some of our kids will show interest and want to step in and kind of start taking over, like we did with our parents. Does that mean expanding? Does that mean we get to kind of kick back, relax a little, and let them take it over?
Yeah.
Who knows?
Hey, mine are still 8 and 5, so I've got some time.
Not gonna happen right
So we'll
away.
see what happens, but I think there's maybe some expansion in the future as well. So
Can't wait.
yeah.
Can't wait.
That's great. That's great. I think I've spent probably 20,000 in your restaurant.
I see
Yeah.
you there and your son's there, and we're very
Yeah.
appreciative and
Yeah.
very grateful. So,
So you
absolutely.
guys have been such a blessing to the community. Let me ask you this: how can the community help you and some of the things that you're?
Oh gosh, they already have. I mean, we're up to 5 restaurants. We're expanding. Our restaurants are packed, and we owe it all to the community. I mean, there's nothing more that we need from them. They come in, they support us, and we give back whenever we have the opportunity to do so. And it's a great relationship that we have with our community, and we couldn't ask them for anything more than they've already done for us, as far as I'm
For
concerned.
me personally too, like with Shake Station, I mean, their support is just amazing, from day one. Usually it takes, restaurants are hard, especially mom and pops, to survive in this day and age.
Yeah.
Without the support of this community north of the river,
Yeah.
I think it's just like no other. I mean, I don't think that we could do what we do in any other community. I mean, this north of the river community is just something else.
I always see the parking lot busy.
Yeah.
There's always.
And if somebody posts something, I mean, we're not perfect. We make mistakes. We'll get a 1 star. We'll get a burnt cheeseburger. We'll get whatever the case may be. That bad apple as far as serving goes. Maybe she had a bad day. But if something gets posted, because a lot of people do that these days on social media, the
can kill a
community just
business.
can kill a business, but the community here defends us and say,
Yeah, everybody knows
they
you
speak
guys.
for us.
Yeah,
They speak for me, and I appreciate it so much.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of pressure off my shoulders.
Yeah, we know the truth. We
Yeah.
know what happens.
Things
Things happen.
Yeah.
Things happen. But we're the type of people that if you have something go wrong, just say something there. We're gonna
You
take
have to
care of
post it. Yeah.
You have to post it.
Yeah.
I don't know why people do that. Maybe it's their own insecurities. They love the attention, whatever the case may be. If you have an issue at the facility, say something. We'll take care of it.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man, it doesn't happen that often.
Yeah.
If it does. Yeah.
Yeah.
So one final question, we'll wrap this thing up. It's a family business. It's siblings, working with siblings and your parents. Who's mom's favorite? Huh?
Depends on who you ask.
Okay, yeah.
Well, I am a twin to my sister.
Okay, right?
So I think there's a little special there, but I think George is her favorite.
Of course.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah,
no,
She's
she
the
loves us
oldest,
all,
and-
man. You want to know who my mom's favorite is?
Yeah, yeah,
the
yeah.
grandkids. She loves her grandkids, and she'll tell me to my face, "I love you guys, but I love my grandkids way more."
I get that. Yeah,
It's all about the
Kept
grandkids.
secret
and the
up.
grandkids.
I know a little. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Gentlemen, thanks for coming in this
Our
morning.
pleasure.
Andy
Thank
and
you for
George
having
Damaris,
Thank
Pope's
you.
Restaurants. Thanks, guys.
Thank you
What
so
an
much.
honor.
Yep.
All right, it's Tim Hagemeyer, Leslie Wells Realty, and my buddy.
Realtor Tom, Lizzie
All right.
Wills.
Thanks for tuning in to Tom and Jim's awesome real estate adventure at Leslie Wells Realty. Take it easy. Bye-bye.
Thank you.